It's CardKast with Mike and Lenz, the show about everything sports cards, autographs, and memorabilia. I'm Len plus Z, and this is the Mail Day opening video edition. What's going on? Looks like spring has sprung. It is 3/27/21. So March 27th, nice day outside. I feel like I should probably be outside, but I'm going to cut a video instead. It's been too long. My apologies to John Rossi at Talking Ball Cards. We've been trying to get together and doing a podcast. My scheduling is just awful, but we'll get it together soon enough. Right now we have a nice little mail day here, and just some pickups. So when I say pickups, I mean some of the stuff came out of a collection I just purchased, and which would typically go under fresh catch, but this is actually, I'm going to PC this stuff, put it in my personal collection for now, and because I just think the cards are really cool. And then I also picked up a couple cards from my buddy Johan in a combination cash trade deal, so I figure I'll share that as well. So I guess to start things off, interestingly enough, I'm not a big hockey guy. But a good friend of mine who I've been doing business with for probably over 12 or so years now, between, I would do business with him, his father. His father's given me referrals. I have nothing but respect for Darren and Bob over there. Originally they were both down in New York, and now Darren's up in Massachusetts. But anyways, I've been, buying and selling to them for years. So it's just one of those things where you build up a good relationship, and for whatever reasons that, that they decide to sell after a while, they display the stuff and then they decide to sell it. I'm honored that I'm typically the first person that they call. Actually, not typically. I am. So, and every single time we were able to do a deal. So, without further ado, let's look at some cool stuff here. So we have a 1937 O-Pee-Chee, Bill Beveridge, Series E, good, 2.5. I don't buy really any collections that have, with the exception of like going to eBay and just purchasing hockey cards from the 30s, they never come in collections. So that's pretty cool. So I just like the way that card looks. When I have some stuff coming back from PSA, I have some older baseball, football stuff that I'm going to throw in my personal collection that are not signed. I feel like every mail day and everything that I put in my personal collection is signed, but I am going to put away some stuff that's going to be, vintage cards that are not signed. And that's just a cool card. Another cool card we got coming up is a 33 Worldwide Gum Dave Kerr Ice Kings. And really the only reason why this is a nice presentation card. It's horribly stained or water damage on the back, but it's still a sharp and crisp card. And again, it's a hockey card from the 30s that you just don't see. Just really, really cool. So that's gonna go in the personal collection as well. And then I am putting away older in other sports, Hall of Fame rookies as I get them back from PSA, kind of like things that I unearthed. So even if I have like a George Brett rookie that comes back in a 6, I'm just going to take it and put it away because I got it out of a deal and, that I advertised and found out of a collection. I just sent it in, and so, I'm going to start holding on to that stuff. Sell off the rest of the stuff. Anyways, not all of it, but most of it. So anyways, here's it's only a PSA 3 and it's the Topps version. It's not the O-Pee-Chee, but Hall of Famer Ken Dryden. So I remember I bought a deal one time from a dealer out of New York. It was a it's a high, good size 5-figure deal. And there were 16 rookies. I wish I had them all. I sold them all. But at least now I have one back, and it's a good presentation 3. It's got a little corner issues there. And then we have legendary goalie Jerry Cheevers. This is a signed rookie card with a Hall of Fame 85 inscription, and I like inscriptions. So card's graded at 2. I don't really see any creases in it, but it's a nice presentation, signed Hall of Fame rookie, and at the price points of PSA DNA and what they're charging and all this other stuff, I'm just happy to have this and add this to my collection. And yeah, he's one of the greats. I mean, Jerry Cheevers is the guy that has all the marks on the helmets, and this is like pre-helmet. So, or face mask. So anyways, here we have a same year, 65, 66 Coca-Cola, considered a oddball rookie of Jerry Cheevers. And again, it's got a Hall of Fame. It's got just a number 30 inscription, but it's signed in gold Sharpie. Very cool oddball card. Again, I mean, when it comes to hockey, first of all, I don't get much of it in collections, but, this is, when you do get hockey in collections, sorry, I just lost my train of thought, but we're back. Hello. So when you do buy hockey in collections, typically it's like 68 and higher. So the sideways Bernie Parent rookie year is typically what you see in hockey collections, because pre-68, like 67 and back, it's just not around. It's just not out there. So, anyway, so this is the little stuff that I'm just holding that I got from my buddy Darren. The rest of the stuff is, either up for sale or going to be up for sale. So, Darren, thank you very much. And obviously, I always wish you and your family extremely well. And by the way, when we did do a deal for these cards, we got to hang out for like 3 hours, and it's just like catching up with an old friend. And part of it was business based, but it was awesome just to hang out and have them come by, and it was really cool. So Darren, thank you very much. Anyways, now to the next thing. So my buddy Johan, who happened to call while Darren was here, they know each other through the shows, which is kind of funny. We were just wrapping up, and Johan called, and so I was supposed to meet Johan last week. We did a trade for a card and some cash, and one of the cards I picked up in a trade, which I didn't have, is a Frank Howard signed rookie card, 1960 tops. It's in vintage ballpoint pen. I mean, he was a masher, and this is this is definitely PC. I don't have one. I was looking at them, and I happened to come across one in his store, which was like unsold forever. I was like, you know what? I go, get me that we'll do that in part of a trade. And I'm very excited to, he was able to move the card. I'm very happy that's going to my personal collection. And there you have it. Now, what he threw in was threw me a little stack of funny cards. I'll get into those in another show, but, let's talk about, you talk about like the big three, people changing teams in basketball and, creating super teams and stuff like that. Let's talk about the original big three. And I'm talking about Jackie Moon, Coffee Black, and Monix. Okay. These guys played in the 70s for the Flint Tropics. I'm sure you've probably seen the documentary called Semi-Pro. It's a great, accurate, description of basketball in the ABA in the 70s and how it just was on the verge of merging into the NBA. And, these guys they're legends. So, I mean, Monix came over. He was traded, I think, for a washing machine. And, the rest is history. I mean, I think they took 4th place in the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. And, it's fun stuff. So anyways, seriously, the movie was great. I've always loved this movie, and these cards were issued by Upper Deck, and Johan, I guess he had an extra set of these and decided to give me them. And, I'm going to cherish these. These are great. Really enjoyed that movie. Hilarious stuff. All right. So let's see. Now to the bombs. To the eBay stuff. So from Lexi -9702, I think that's a dash, not an underscore, but I won this on open auction, and I'm really stoked that I picked this up because I sold one last year when I was in the process of purchasing our condo and just raising some extra funds, and I sold one of these for $125. And then a couple months later, they were going to do a 30 for 30 on these two guys, and the card just went up to like $300 to $400. It's come down since then, and I happened to pick this up on open auction for, looks like we got maybe dual cert here, but I picked this nice 85 Topps McGuire. It's got a little ding up in the border there, but a gorgeous older school signature a McGuire, which I like. Picked this up for, I think, like a close to $100 shipped, 102. So I sold one for 125 last year, and, just hunting and, finally coming across something. It's kind of like, so I think what happened was this was certified with the, with a JSA basic cert to begin with. And then when James Spence authentication was, when they broke away from Beckett and they were doing their certifications through SGC, when they were kind of together, the person must have gotten this, holdered. So it's not really dual certed. It's just certified by JSA twice. But that is a classic, 80s McGuire, nice, kind of a flamboyant signature there. So we are excited to have this back in our collection. And the one that I sold was actually, the signature was strong, but the card was light. So I like the fact that the good color on this, and pretty excited to have that. Sorry, hockey guys. You're definitely taking a back seat to baseball. That's for sure. So no offense, Darren. All right. So this guy is, I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying anything, and then bang. So this guy's name is Lance. His eBay handle is Chiroman. I spent good money with him. He's got a lot of nice stuff, a lot of things that I like with the vintage signed cards and inscriptions. Very close to my buddy Brian from Brian 21, BRYON -21. And but unlike Brian, he doesn't have best offers on his stuff. So he's just like, I'm sitting on this stuff. Now, what I will say is that because there was a lot of money involved here, I did ask and request to ask for a little off, and he agreed, and that was nice of him. And thank you, Lance. I really appreciate it. As he's got a little note here, Lenny, thanks a lot, Lance. And so he's got these individually. Let's see what comes out first. It's 2 cards, 2 signed vintage cards. Both are, I believe, Hall of Fame rookies. Okay, so this card is really, really cool. So this is a 59 Topps Bob Gibson rookie with 4 inscriptions. So we got Hall of Fame 84, 9-time All-Star, 2-time Cy Young with a 251 and 174 win-loss record. What's interesting about this card is at some point he signed a handful of ones that have multiple inscriptions on them. And I had my eye on one, literally, like I was going to pull the trigger the day before he passed away. The guy had it in his store for $750. This is going back in, I think, like September. The guy had one for $750 or best offer. I sent him an offer of $700. He didn't take it. He died that night, and then the card sold. And I was like, I'm never going to say, I was like, it's going to be a $1,500 card. I'm never going to see that card again at a fair price point. And lo and behold, I mean, there's eBay dealers or sellers that have this card single signed asking for much, much more than what I paid for with the 4 inscriptions. So I think he was priced very fair retail. He didn't have to, knock off a small amount of money. I don't want to give away that kind of stuff because, again, I mean, I respect the fact that when somebody doesn't have best offer, I don't really, even though a lot of people, I mean, it happens to me, I don't have best offers on my stuff. If somebody messages me and they're respectful and they want a little off, that's fine. But I'll get people that are like, can you do half or what? It's like, it's just, I don't have best offer on my thing, clown, on my listings. So I try to be extremely respectful when people don't have best offers because I know they probably don't like getting bothered or dinged. But again, I'm very appreciative that he did take a little off and it helped, it does help. So anyways, I paid around $800, for this card, and the fact that I was able to pay around the same price, and Bob Gibson is no longer with us, and it's a high number rookie. It's cool, I mean, it was very cool of him, and I'm very excited to add this to my PC. As you guys know, I love signed rookie cards, or, you know, their second year with the trophies, which he doesn't have one, but, you know, this is awesome. So I'm just blown away by that. Anyways, so now the next card, I have one of these rookies signed with the Hall of Fame inscription, but I don't have one of these with 2 inscriptions. So, and this card is much nicer. It's off-centered, you know, less on the left, more on the right. But this signature is bold. This is, you know, we lost McCovey, I don't know, 5 years ago or so, and it looks like he signed this yesterday. So we got Hall of Fame 86 inscription, and we have 6-time All-Star, which I was actually surprised in his long career that he was only a 6-time All-Star. Figured he would be more, but it's got a Beckett auto grade of 10. And again, we love the All-Star rookies. This is not a second-year card. This is, sometimes they issue these All-Star rookies on their rookie card, or it might have been their second year. So we have this, and, you know, these I got them together, and I do have another, like I said, I have another McCovey that just has a Hall of Fame, but the corners are like kind of like rounded a little bit, you know, or pretty much heavily dinged. But anyways, I'm very excited to have, you know, these added to my collection and finally get to put all this stuff away, because it's been kind of lingering for the last couple of weeks. So anyways, hopefully I'll be able to get more stuff out to you. Just, you know, quick updates on, you know, me, you know, personally and things like that. I really haven't done videos or podcasts or anything like that recently, because I've been really focusing on a lot of infrastructure for, you know, selling and, you know, getting a storage unit set up close to home, so it can handle all my bulk, and then also getting familiar with the new bulk editing software for eBay. So I've just been really busy doing that stuff. It doesn't mean I haven't forgot about you guys, and I appreciate you guys hanging and watching and subscribing and sharing and all that good stuff and commenting. So I appreciate that. We'll talk to you soon. A sincere thank you to all the listeners out there. If you like the show, please like, share, and comment below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when all of our new shows are uploaded. Click on the links below to join Mike and Len's Facebook page loaded with sports memorabilia content. Visit Mike's opening day break room to see tons of new products opened up daily that you can participate in. And lastly, visit our eBay store, CardKast, to look for the newest auctions of sports cards and memorabilia uploaded weekly. And we're out.